Miriam already said that once she gets married to the king, this man is not going to marry any other person again. She is his last bus stop. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the unveiling of the new wife of the Ooni of Ife. Yay! Yes, guys, the Ooni of Ife is set to be married a fourth time. Yes, if you're helping the Ooni to count, this is his fourth marriage since he ascended the throne of his ancestors as the Ooni of Ife in 2015. Recall that recently, particularly December of 2021, his marriage to Prophetess Shile Kwalana Ogunwusi hit the rocks when she came to serve him breakfast on social media. Because according to palace officials, she didn't tell anybody she wanted to leave the king. They just realized that she went on her official social media platforms to write a breakup note to the Ooni of Ife, and she moved her things. An attempt at reconciliation have failed massively. So if you are one of the few people who are of the opinion that reconciliation might still happen between the Ooni of Ife and Prophetess Shile Kwalana, who bore him his first son, Prince Tadenikawo, who is about a year old now, guys, that is not happening because the Ojaja too, Oba Eniton Adeyeye Ogunwusi, the Ooni of Ife, is set to get married to a Kogi woman. Yes, she is of the Igbira ethnic group, and her name is Miriam Anako. She is a top executive at Nest Oil, an oil and gas company. So according to every indication, this woman is rich. It is even said that what endeared the Oba to this woman is because she was able to, secure some contracts for the monarch from her company, so that kind of thing. So that's one of the things that made the Oba say, oh my, I think I want to marry you. And apparently Miriam already said that once she gets married to the king, this man is not going to marry any other person again. She is his last bus stop. She vowed that. It's not the Ooni that said it though. She is the one that said it, according to reports, that this is the last time the Ooni is going to get married. This marriage to her is the deal for Ooni of Ife. And I'm here wondering, what will happen if for whatever reason these guys decide to split up? Is the Ooni going to remain single because she has said something, or does she mean this is them for eternity till death do them part? Literally, I want you to dissect that in the comment section, guys. I will be waiting for you. Anyways, let's talk about this woman. Let's talk about her. You already know, like I mentioned, she's from the Ibira ethnic group in Kogi State. Her name is Miriam Anako. Her parents are based in Ilore in Kwara State. Now, Miriam actually did lose her father at a very young age, and she was brought up in the home of the former Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Diko Abubakar, who resigned as the boss of the Nigerian police between 2012 to 2014. MD Abubakar, as he is known, is also the in-law of Africa's wealthiest man, Alhaji Aliko Dangote. The Ooni's new mother-in-law is also a retired police officer. So this man went into the home of, security personnel to take a wife. She works in Nest Oil and is said to have gotten contracts from her office to the monarch, and this must have endeared her to him. She has also allegedly vowed that the Ooni of Adeyeye will not marry again after a marriage to him. Guys, like I mentioned, this is the Ooni's fourth marriage. Now, if you do not know, let me refresh your memory. First, this man was married to Adebukola. That was before his coronation as the Oba in 2015. But things were a little bit not working between them. But they had to patch it up for the sake of the coronation. So she was the wife that was coronated alongside the queen, the king as the queen of Ile-Ife. But once he got into office, became a king, they could not make it work. So she left and she returned to London. She went to London and the man remained single until he got married in he got married to Olorewuraola, a Benin princess. She got married to Olorewuraola Zainab Otiti, and that marriage crashed in 2017. According to the palace, they said that Queen Wuraola, the ex-queen, actually was promiscuous. She was not loyal to the king, blah blah blah. And Olorewuraola came out to say that is not true. All of this is not true. But that's the reason the palace gave, that this woman was not loyal to the king. So they asked her to leave the palace. Then in 2018, the palace shocked Nigerians when he announced his marriage to then 24 years old Naomi Shile Kwalana, who is a prophetess. So a lot of persons were like, why is the king getting together with a prophetess? What relationship does, somebody who has a ministry that she had actually started since she was a teenager. She actually dropped out of school at Adekunle University to focus on her ministry. The Herald's ministry in Akure, Ondo State. She actually dropped out. So a lot of persons were like, what is this woman doing with a king who is supposed to be the second in command to a deity, basically, who is supposed to even be a deity himself? But she said, well, for whatever reason, she's getting together with the king. They were married in 2018. They welcomed their first child together at Adeyeye, and we thought, okay, this is really going beautifully between them. Only for this lady, for prophetess Naomi Silekunla, to now come and say that she is breaking up with the king on social media, and then people try to reconcile them to ensure that she returned to the palace. There were several publications and stories that this woman was returning to the palace, and also there were several persons who had different things to say, including how the reason this lady left the palace was because her brother was making life unbearable for the king. Some other person says because of her mom and her sisters. A lot of persons said different things, but this woman actually came out to say that, you guys, don't even think it's for any reason. In her breakup note, she mentioned that we should not think that she left the palace because another woman was in the picture, because before then there were several indications that a certain Princess Ashley, who is not based in Nigeria and already has a child, is the king's favorite and was his ideal choice for a wife. But because the king could not marry somebody who already had a child, out of marriage, he couldn't marry her. But that she's been there parading herself as the queen, and Queen Naomi then could no longer take it, so she left. But she came to say, see guys, don't think, yes, he had other women, but I'm not leaving because of that. I'm leaving because I could no longer keep up with the facade and trying to say that everything is okay when everything is not well, especially as the king will come and portray a different personality for you guys in public and then come home and be a totally different person. I no longer want to keep living with a stranger. So she left the marriage and she has not returned to the palace, regardless of several indications that she was going to. The king getting married soon is another indication that cannot happen again. So that marriage broke up in 2021 and she announced the end to the 3 years marriage, then saying that despite side attractions, that's not why she's leaving. Now Mariam is said to be due to come into the palace in August of 2022, but before then, February, her family already met with the Ooni's family, met in the palace, and they already held introduction. Now that happened on the 19th of February 2022 without the interference of the media or any fanfare or whatever, because the king wanted it to be really private. Baba don't tire, every time it's always in the public eye, and then before you know it, there's a crash or whatever reason. But by August, it said that this woman is set to enter the palace and all is being prepared, and so are the palace officials, who have started renovation works in the vacant chalet that once accommodated former Queen Naomi and her entire family. So yes, that's the gist currently. The Ooni of Ife is set to get married to a rich Kogi woman, Mariam Anako, who is a top executive at Nest Oil, one of the oil and gas companies that we have in Nigeria. In the comment section, guys, I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think about this. I think this is good news though, but what do you think concerning this news? What's your opinion, especially as this woman has vowed that the king is not going to get married to another woman once she enters the palace? I want to hear from you in the comment section. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. If you do enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up to show that you do. Share with family and friends, share with everyone around you. We'll be seeing you in the next video, guys. Take care of yourself and bye.